साथ रहे साहस तभी परचम लहराएगा। यदि हारी हिम्मत तूने तो हार ही जाएगा। साथ रहे साहस तभी परचम लहराएगा। यदि हारी हिम्मत तूने तो हार ही जाएगा। कदम बढ़ाना मन में अपने रखना तू उम्मीद। कदम बढ़ाना मन में अपने रखना तू उम्मीद। मन के हारे हार है भैया मन के जीते जीत। मन के हारे हार है प्यारे मन के जीते जीत। मन के हारे हार है यारा मन के जीते जीत। पसीने को कभी मोती कभी सोना बनाएगी। भरोसा रख तेरी मेहनत यकीनन रंग लाएगी। पसीने को कभी मोती कभी सोना बनाएगी। भरोसा रख तेरी मेहनत यकीनन रंग लाएगी। इरादे तू जो अपने आसमां से ऊंचे रखेगा। इरादे तू जो अपने आसमां से ऊंचे रखेगा। मेरा दावा है मंजिल खुद तेरी चौखट पे आएगी। मेरा दावा है मंजिल खुद तेरी चौखट पे आएगी। हाथ थाम कर एक दूजे का गाओ प्रेम के गीत। हाथ थाम कर एक दूजे का गाओ प्रेम के गीत। मन के हारे हार है भैया मन के जीते जीत। मन के हारे हार है यारा मन के जीते जीत। मन के हारे हार है बंधु मन के जीते जीत। हमें मालूम है मुश्किल बड़ी ये जिंदगानी है। बहुत बाधाएं हैं फिर भी तो नदियों में रवानी है। हमें मालूम है मुश्किल बड़ी ये जिंदगानी है। बहुत बाधाएं हैं फिर भी तो नदियों में रवानी है। थका ना जो रुका ना राह में हरदम बढ़ागे। थका ना जो रुका ना राह में हरदम बढ़ागे। जिन्होंने हार ना मानी अमर उनकी कहानी है। जिन्होंने हार ना मानी अमर उनकी कहानी है। कल कल करती नदियों का तू सुन मीठा संगीत। कल कल करती नदियों का तू सुन मीठा संगीत। मन के हारे हार है भैया मन के जीते जीत। मन के हारे हार है प्यारे मन के जीते जीत। मन के हारे हार है यारा मन के जीते जीत।
Hello, Siddhartha. Am I audible clearly?
Aparna,
Yes,
your
you are
voice is not.
So, is my voice not clear?
Yeah.
Can be a little more.
Please continue.
Okay, is it fine now?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, proper only.
Okay, thank you. So, yes, a very warm good morning to everyone present over here. I'm Aparna from Andhra Pradesh, and on behalf of DRWT, I'd like to Sandeep Mahajan, sir. First, most, my heartiest congratulations to all the selected candidates. Kudos to you all. This is just a milestone and many more miles to go ahead. And you all must be very curious to know about our faculty. So without further ado, I'll introduce him to all of you. Sandeep Mahajan sir is basically from Karnataka. He has completed his master's in international relations from SAARC University. He is a gold medalist from among 8 countries, and he started his teaching career in the year 2013 to work with Byju's, and he is a freelancer. So I'm very proud to introduce you to all the students over here, and welcome to Sambhavam, sir. And I'd like to start this session with a very small quote that it's rightly said by someone that our world is evolving without consideration. And what is the result? The result is loss of biodiversity and energy issues and the congestion in the cities, so on and so forth. But do you know that if geography, if it's used correctly, we can redesign this world into a sustainable and a more livable one? So, having said this, sir, I'd request Sandeep Mahajan sir to please continue the session.
Good morning, everyone. So, yes. Good morning, guys. This is the first session on geography, where we will be discussing about how exactly we need to plan the session, how exactly we need to prepare for geography, and also how to relate it with current issues and all. But before I begin with certain things for you all, once the class starts, keep the chat only to ask doubts, so that whenever you ask any relevant doubt, I can open, check and answer it. But in between, if you people discuss anything, then we may lose the questions. That's one thing. Second, geography is important from both prelims and mains point of view. So when we are covering this subject, we will be teaching you from both prelims and mains. And when it comes to mains, I hope you people are aware that you will normally have a sheet with 2 sides. Fine. A question will be here. And below that you have to write the answer. 10 marks means you will have 2 sheets. Space. 15 marks means 3 sheets. And approximately this will be around 16 centimeters. So in geography, when you draw maps, right, when you write anything, one of the biggest problem for students is the place given is not enough. So when you draw India map and all, if you draw very big maps, so then you can't write answer in that particular space. So what I would suggest you, if you have a book with white sheets, ensure that some 16 to 18 centimeter you have, and mark a division like this. Whatever I dictate and important points I tell you, right here. I'll explain certain concepts and give you some current updates about it. Additional points you can fill in this particular areas. Fine. And then whenever we are reading any topic, there is no standard book available for geography. Whatever is available in the market is not enough. And unfortunately, we do not have any one proper standard book. So the only books that are available to us is NCERT books. And remember, most of these NCERT books are also before 2008-9. So many facts are not updated, but we have to rely on NCERTs for multiple reasons. So whenever I teach a class, right, let us say I will talk to you about a topic on atmosphere. So in the beginning itself, I will tell you in which NCERTs you will find them. Fine. After the class, I want you to study that particular topic in that particular NCERT. So don't study before the class, study after the class. Many people have a tendency to believe that, like, sir, we have to study NCERTs first and then come to class, because that's what many people believe. I'm not saying no. There are two types of subjects in UPSC. One is technical subject. Another one is, like, some general understanding subjects. Like, you take NCERTs with respect to history. You take NCERTs with respect to polity, economy, like, to some extent. So history and polity, you can read even before the class and you will understand it as well. There is no problem for you in any form. But when it comes to geography, little bit of economy, these two are technical subjects, right? So when you read NCERT, you feel you have understood. But when you read after the class, you will have more clarity. And every line in NCERT becomes extremely important for you. So because of this, immediately after the class, I will be telling you, like, which particular NCERT, which particular topic we covered, and what exactly should be there. Second thing, I want you people to understand this. When there is no standard book, right, I will be giving you certain proper material, notes. I want you to write them. And from NCERT, the factual data and other things, whichever I tell you, you can note in that additional area. As I told you, like, when you are dividing the book, ensure that whatever I am telling you are writing here, this is for class and this should be for additional thing. Maps and all you should try to draw within this. First aspect. Second, geography cannot be studied without maps, right? So without atlas, if you are trying to study geography, then you're not studying at all. So because of this, what I want you people to do is take an atlas. When geography classes are there, mandatory atlas must be there. So not only geography classes, even with respect to newspaper, when you are reading, the first most important thing that we all have to do with respect to newspapers is, one is dictionary, that you have to keep it with you. And second thing is maps. Without reading and analyzing this, you cannot, like, score more in this exam. So my request to you all, first you should have an atlas. So the next question you get is which atlas to buy. Sir. If you already have an atlas, don't worry. Absolutely fine. Any atlas is fine. But if you don't have, try to take Oxford school or student atlas. Fine. School or student atlas, anything is fine. But take a recent one. Why is it important to take a recent one? So let me say, India and Bangladesh today are discussing about an issue called as Teesta River dispute. right? So when India and Bangladesh are discussing on Teesta River, earlier maps or atlas was not showing Teesta River properly. But nowadays, the atlas is giving you Teesta River location. So only when the issues are there, the atlas will also give them. So it's very, very important for you to make a proper note of these aspects. So for that, you need to have, right, a recent atlas. That's the only condition. And some, publications have come up with what you call as maps or atlas for competitive exams, right? So the book itself says competitive exams. If you have taken, it's fine. But if you have not taken, don't take this book. Unfortunately, in this book, everything that is required is not covered. So don't refer to this book. Please refer to these. It will be helpful. Now, why am I stressing so much on the maps, guys? Let us discuss a very, very small issue today to begin with, so that you all will have some clarity of what we are talking. Fine? Yeah. So I'll come to books once. I will talk about GC Leong, NCRTs, all this. And I'll also tell you how exactly you need to follow the procedure with respect to NCRT skills. But before that, let me tell you how to use atlas while reading a newspaper or while reading the book. So for that, I'm just trying to take an example. So first most important thing, guys, there was coal scam in country, right? There was coal scam in India. Sugarcane farmers committed suicide in India. These were some of the big news that we had at that point of time. Everyone were focusing on the scam. Reasons for farmers' suicide, right? But in geography, in that particular year, the question was, where are coal reserves present in India? 10 marks question. Where are coal reserves present in India? Where is sugarcane cultivated in India? Are you understanding? See, directly from the syllabus, they have taken. UPSC will never ask you a controversial question. If you are thinking that they will ask you a controversial question, then you won't get questions according to UPSC. UPSC will ask you neutral questions. They will ask you on the issue, but not about that specific thing. Guys, if we talk about Northeast India, right, you might have heard about Kaziranga, Manas, there are certain what we call as national parks and all. Now, a road passes through this. Fine. And for entire Northeast India, this road is the most important road. Now, what used to happen? Whenever the vehicles were coming, animals used to come. Let me say, animals were also moving in this. as animals were moving regularly, lot of disturbance was there. Vehicles were disturbing animals, animals were disturbing vehicles. But to be frank, animals didn't come on road, road went into the forest. Now the issue went to National Green Tribunal, right? National Green Tribunal. There is a court separately for environment. It is called as National Green Tribunal. And what this tribunal did, it studied this region. It said 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the morning AM, all the animals will move in this direction. 4 to 8 in the evening, all the animals will move in this direction. It's like, they all went for job and then they came back. So like that, they move. So court said that 4 to 8 in the morning and 4 to 8 in the evening, you should stop vehicle movement. I repeat, 4 to 8 in the morning and 4 to 8 in the evening, we should stop vehicles movement in this region. Remaining time, it is fine. Now, this is the issue. Can you people think what can be the questions? What can be the question? What will you prepare? What will you make notes? Type. Whatever you think can be the question, you type. What is NGT? Why animals move? Functions of NGT. Human and wild conflict, Green Tribunal, conflict mapping, man-animal conflict, National Green Tribunal, animal behavior. Can we resolve it? Okay. Where is Manas? Environment and infrastructure. Why the road is so important? Road connect from where to where? Delay in projects due to NGT, how will resolve? Good. Okay, guys. Okay. See, guys. Fine. This particular year, the question was like, which highway, national highway, passes through Manas? Fine. Which national highway passes through Manas? I think one guy, Rahul also, he said this. Now, good. They asked this question. You know what happened? Next year, all students, they started by hearting which national highways passes through which national parks. See, national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, we have approximately 500 plus. Can you by heart all the national highways and national parks? No, right? then are we analyzing questions properly? No. See, you might have heard people telling, for this exam, you need smart work. Correct? You doesn't require hard work. Smart work is important. But what is smart work? No one will tell. That is the biggest problem. Now, are you students reading newspaper by any chance? Have you started reading newspapers? Yes, good. Okay. I have a question to you all. Only analysis. Okay. You see guys, first thing what I want to ask you is, did you hear about Manipur news? Yes. Can you tell the three groups that are there in Manipur? Three groups. Kuki, Naga, Meat. Very good. Very good. Okay. Can you tell which two groups are on mountains? Which two groups are on mountains? Nagas and Kukis. Extremely good. Now, everyone, listen to the question carefully and answer. Which are the mountains which are present in Manipur? Garo Kasi Jaintia is in Meghalaya. Limatol ranges. Good. There are two mountain ranges. Very good. Blue Mountain, Mount Isso. Bareil. See, yes. See, yes. Fine, yes. You see now, when you look at these mountains, please remember, many students in other parts of India, right? When we are not from Northeast, we do not know the differences properly. So whenever there is a issue about a place, cookies, meaties, right? We don't know whom to support, because two groups are correct from their own point of view. And we are not preparing for a NGO. We are preparing for civil services. In civil services, you should be very careful while taking a position. Because if you support one, let us say, you feel cookies are correct, another one will feel meaties are correct. If I support anyone, then if you are an IAS officer and if you're supporting one, then no one will trust you. This is the reason why Manipur Chief Minister is not trusted, because they feel he belongs to a particular community. So UPSC will never ask you a question about the issue, because when they ask you a question about the issue, you will try to discuss about who is right and who is wrong. UPSC don't want that because they don't want you to blame anyone, right? So that neutrality will always be there. But they want to ask a question. So this is East Manipuri Hills. This locally, it will be known with different names, guys. Those things we will be studying once we take the classes. Another one is Lime Atoll. Fine. And it almost covers this region. A national highway passes through this. This national highway is either blocked by Nagas or blocked by Kukis. Regularly, they are being blocked either by Nagas or Kukis. So we should be aware about this national highway. See guys, this is your Manipur. The eastern side will be called as East Manipuri Hills. The western side will be called as Lime Atoll Ranges. And in between, you will have the valley. And the road which passes through this. Any idea, guys? Which national highway this is? NH2? Good. Earlier, the national highway was different. Now the national highway is different. Yes, for all those, just one important thing. I'm not teaching you the class. Like, if I'm teaching a class completely, I will show you, I will help you mark. Don't worry. This is like how exactly our preparation must be. So, analyze the aspects rather than going into the details. We will be studying all this. That's why you have joined us, right? So the National Highway 2. Now, earlier it was different. Now it is different. Why? See guys, nowadays, if a national highway is from north to south, fine. Remember, if a national highway is from north to south, normally we give them even number. Do you recollect which is the longest national highway you have? As of today, the longest national highway is NH44. Right? Good. This National Highway 44, Srinagar to Kanyakumari, good. Is it north to south? You see, all north to south national highways will be given even number. Even number is assigned to it. So, this is one way. So, from geography, what do I need to know about Manipur? Mountains, highway, and most importantly, most importantly, guys, why is there so much conflict? Right? Why is there so much conflict? Good, reverse, I'll come to that. Why is there so much conflict is one biggest question. Not only in Manipur, entire Northeast. The reason for this is, you see, these are the people who go for shifting cultivations. See, reservations is a recent issue. But the basic issue is shifting cultivation. I'll tell you how. You see, let me say, this is, yes, I'll come to that. This is like, Kuki dominated areas. So there is a community called Kukis who are present in Myanmar, and in Myanmar they are known as Chins. Like, there is a community called as Chin, and this community over a period of time has entered here. Now, what exactly the meaning of this? See, this is your forest. Fine. Now, one group of people, they will come, they will cut this forest, right? And cutting is slash, and they will burn the tree. It is called slash and burn. What will you get? You will get ash. Correct? I will cut and I will burn. That ash, they will add to the soil, grow crops. Fine, they cultivate. After some time, the soil will lose fertility. That means soil will become not so useful for cultivation. When soil is not so useful for cultivation, these are tribal communities. The tribal communities don't have technology. So what they will do? They will think the land is not so beneficial. Let me go to the new place. So they will leave this place and they will go to the new place. So from here, they go to here. And again, they will go to new place. As they keep on moving from one place to another place, it is called as shifting cultivation. Do you all understand? As they are moving from one place to another place, they are known as what? Shifting cultivation. As they go for slash and burn, right? It is known as slash and burn cultivation. Now, what these people will do is, you see, these tribal communities, earlier Nagas were here. In this region, Chin community was there. What Nagas did, Nagas went like, like this. In search of new land. They went like this. When Nagas went like this, I'll write cookies in red color. The Chin community came like this. Kukis are here. Nagas are here. Fine. So now Nagas say this entire thing belongs to me. You people came now. You go back. This is mine. Kukis say no, no. This is mine. Meaties say, who told you this entire Manipur is mine? You people are outsiders. You see? Meaties say, Manipur is mine. Nagas say, mountains are mine. Kukis say, no, no, mountains are mine. So everyone is fighting because of this movement. Now you see, yes. So, like, you know, the Kuki population has shifted, Nagas have shifted. So as many people have shifted in this region, in Northeast, not just, please understand, not just in Manipur, even in other parts, same issues are there. So Manipur is fighting for a student who is studying today. For you, Manipur is today's issue. I am studying newspaper from, let's say, 15 years. For me, Manipur is every 3 years issue. Every 2 to 3 years, they will be fighting. And why are they fighting? They are fighting for this particular problem. Not just in Manipur, guys. Mizoram has issue. Nagaland has issue. Right? So, Nagaland, Nagas have gone everywhere. And as Nagas have gone everywhere, they have a problem. So, as an IAS officer, like, you know, I can understand. See, as an IAS officer, I can understand definitely what is the core problem. If you ask me, like, you know, if you ask any IAS officers, they all will tell only one thing. You see, in Northeast India, there are many ethnic communities. All these ethnic communities, over a period of time, they have shifted from one place to another place because of shifting cultivation. But when they come back, when Nagas come back like this, they find Kukis capturing the region. When Kukis come back, others would have captured the region. So because of this, each community is fighting against the other. And they know Nagas will come and kill Kukis. So what Kukis have done? Kukis have their own army. And what Nagas have done? Nagas have done their own army. Array, army is fine. Who is giving them weapons? You see, this is your Mizoram. This is Manipur. Who is giving them weapons? The weapons come from Myanmar. Beside Myanmar, You have Thailand. Beside Thailand, you have Laos. Sir, why are we talking about these countries? We are talking about these countries because in this region, we have a river like this. And the river, in between the river, there is a place. In this place, some people are growing opium, that is drugs. So these drugs, when they are growing, they are criminals. These criminals will sell drugs, they will sell weapons, right? They will also sell human beings. You might have heard Bangkok and other place, prostitution is more. Human beings, they do lot of criminal activity. In which region? Myanmar, Thailand, Laos region. These people have lot of weapons. Those weapons come to Manipur. Those weapons come to many parts of Northeast India. And that is causing us lot of problems. Guys, in current affairs, you will be reading to greater depth. Faculties will teach you. But why I am telling you all this is, as a geography faculty, till now, every year, initially, what will be the strategy? Later, what will be the strategy? I will tell you. First, every student should know the basics. So, I will help you all to get those basics. I'll teach you minor topics with greater detail so that everything will be cleared. And remember, guys, if you attend these lectures, any government exam in India, right, you will be comfortably writing the geography portions. So that is guarantee from my side. Not just UPSC, any government exam, any state exam, you will be comfortable in writing from geography point of view. Second, I will also update it with current affairs. Every year, even in YouTube, you can see, every year I will make a video on geography through maps. It's available on YouTube freely. Geography through maps by, there are a lot of faculties who do this, guys. You can search for my name, right? So this, I will help you with current affairs, because till last minute before you write exam, I will be helping you out. Fine, this is one part. So in current affairs, what is more important is maps. So that we will be covering. Now coming to the syllabus part. In prelims, geography plus environment and ecology, together you are getting 20 to 25 questions. 2011 onwards, UPSC joined civil services prelims and also Indian Forest Service prelims. So as prelims of civil services and forest service is brought together, environment and ecology questions increased. And that is the reason why we all decided that let students do specialization in environment. We will have a separate faculty dealing with it, but more or less geography and environment together will be extremely beneficial for us. And this will be 20 to 25 questions. In mains, you will get 80 marks from geography. In paper 1, that is GS1, and in third, where you are talking about economic geography, some 30 marks you will get from geography itself indirectly. So these are the two most important things. And if in case any student is opting for geography optional, out of 500 marks, 375 marks will be covered in our lectures itself. Hardly for coaching, you need to go for another 125 marks and answer writing practice. Remaining 375 marks you will be seeing here itself. So without putting additional effort, you can score really well. And if there are 10,000 students who are writing mains, 2,000 students will be from geography optional, mainly because a student who takes geography optional, prelims clearing is very, very easy. Fine, as prelims clearing is easy, this is very, very important for us. Anyways, it's your choice, but I'm just trying to give you the breakup that you have. Now, in this, when I talk about the syllabus, first, we are going to say people normally divide it into world geography and Indian geography. In world geography, the first topic will be geomorphology. Second topic will be climatology. Third topic will be oceanography. Okay, CS, I'm first talking about physical geography. Fine. So geomorphology, climatology, oceanography. Fourth one is biogeography. Fifth one is environmental geography. But environmental geography is going to be covered in environment and ecology. Biogeography basically means we will talk about soils and vegetation. Fine. These four will be part. And this is covered in 7th standard and 11th standard NCERT book. 11th standard, there are 2 NCERT books, but I'm talking about fundamentals of physical geography. Fine, guys? Fundamentals of physical geography. So, guys, whenever you read NCERT books, 7th and 11th should be read together. Fine? You should not read it separately. You should read it together. Now, Indian physical geography. We need to talk about space relations of India with neighboring countries. We need to study about Indian physiography. What is the meaning of Indian physiography? Mountains, plateaus, plains, these things. Third most important thing will be about Indian climate. Fourth important one is about drainage. Fifth most important one is about soils. Sixth is about natural vegetation. These are the 6 chapters, guys. 9th standard NCERT and 11th standard NCERT. In 11th standard, the book name is India Physical. Fine. So world, you have 4. India, these 6 chapters. Always you should read 9th and 11th together. Fine. For UPSC, these 2 are very, very important for prelims. But all other government exams in India, like, if you get 10 questions, 3 will be from here. 7 will be from here. This India physical is very, very, very important with respect to any government exam. Fine. So this is about physical geography. Fine. Then comes world and India, human and economic geography. Human and economic geography. So, guys, first most important thing for us is resources. Resources of world. Then we talk about agriculture of the world. Then we will have about industries. We will have about transportation. We will talk about population. And we will talk about settlements. Fine. So all these are covered in 8th standard and 12th standard NCERT book. In 12th standard, you will have fundamentals of human geography, yellow color band. Yeah. Ma'am, if you have any doubt, you can type, ma'am. I will answer. Then India, guys, this book, especially 8th standard, is very, very important for mains. Directly or indirectly, every year they ask a lot of questions from this book, 8th standard NCERT. Fine. I would request you to see this. In India, you have resources, again you will have agriculture, you will have industry, same topics, guys, with respect to India. But I want you to know here, in your syllabus, they have mentioned it as distribution of primary activities, distribution of secondary activities, right? Distribution of tertiary activities. That's how they have given. So this will be primary activity, secondary activity, tertiary activity, transportation and trade. But guys, for this, which are the two books remaining, 10th and 12th NCERT books for this topic. So I want you to study 7th and 11th together, right? 9th and 11th together, 8th and 12th together, 10th and 12th together. Yes, 11th and 12th, you will find two books, guys. Two different books you will find. So both books become important for you. So I want you to focus on those. Next important thing. Okay. For those who did not write, just take 30 seconds and write it down. If this is the reason why you're raising hands. I will also talk about other textbooks that you have. Okay. Ved Agarwal, exactly which part are you asking? NCERT. Yes. Biogeography, Yeah, I'll come to that. I have just given you the overview first. Within geomorphology and all, I will give you. See guys. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. Some people had issue with respect to the recording for a while. So just for them, right? You see, world geography standard wise, I am covering into geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, soils and vegetation, right? In Indian, space, physiography, climate, drainage, soils and natural vegetation. 7th and 11th, fundamentals of physical geography, you have to read together. 9th and 11th, India physical, I want you to read together, right? Then comes world resources, agriculture, industry, transportation, population, settlement, resources of the same aspects in this as well. 8th and 12th standard. For world, 10th and 12th for this. Now I'll answer other questions. Is for some time, don't ask. Again, I'll give you time, because if everyone asks, I won't get the questions at all. 6th standard UPSC, every year one question will come. Fine. Optional we'll discuss this. But first, 6th standard, every year one question will come. Mandatorily, you'll get a question. But 90% of the students, we are talking about new NCERTs itself. 90% of the students don't know how to read NCERTs. The biggest problem is that. Let me give you an example. In, I think, 8th standard NCERT book, or no, yeah, 9th standard NCERT book, India Physical, 6th chapter, I suppose. There is a chapter on natural vegetation. That means forest, right? So when you have this forest, initially the book starts with a story. The story is Aisha got holidays. Her uncle visited in the holiday. Her uncle actually is a wildlife photographer. He will be going around different areas. Recently, he went to Himalayas. In Himalayas, he found, like, what all did he find? In Himalayas, he found some trees. They gave rhododendrons, pine, oak pine, like this they have given. Prelims question is, if you visit Himalayas, which of the following trees will you find? Can you imagine? Like, the options, exactly whatever Aisha's uncle saw in Himalayas, in that story, whatever plants and, trees have been mentioned, same was given in the exam. Second, if you see 6th standard NCERT book, first chapter, they will talk about pole star. As soon as you see, they will talk about pole star. And this pole star normally represents north direction. NCERT gives this. North, south, west, east. Okay. And how to identify this pole star? We need Saptarishi. You can see this first chapter today. You can go back and check once. And you see the beauty of this, right? Saptarishi. You are in Rajasthan desert. Fine. What is the question? You are in Rajasthan desert. You do not have anything with you. Mobile, nothing is there. What you know is your house is towards east. You don't know anything else. How do you reach to your house? Will you go towards pole star? Will you go to the opposite of pole star? Will you go to the left of pole star? Or will you go to the right of pole star? Right? So where you should go to the right. Now, from where did they take this question? 6th standard NCERT book. Every year, there will be one question, right? From 6th standard NCERT, rotation, revolution and all. Some students were asking, sir, if we read 11th and 12th, is it enough? See, to read from 6th to 10th, it will take 1 month. To read 11th and 12th completely, it will take 1.5 months. So it is important for you to read this. Fine. And second thing, what is old NCERT and new NCERT? Guys, NCERT updated its publication after 2008. So anything after 2008 is new. Before 2008 was old. And geography being a factual information, right? Geography being a factual information, as time changes, facts also changes. Because before 2008, they used to talk about 2001 census, 1991 census. Nowadays, they are talking mostly about 2011 census and all. So because of that, we focus on studying new NCERT books. Second, new NCERT books normally have what you call as images more. Old NCERT books normally has content more. And guys, another most important thing that you have to focus in NCERTs is diagram skills. What is the meaning of diagrams? You see, there is an image in NCERT about atmospheres. They say this is troposphere, this is stratosphere, this is mesosphere, this is thermosphere. And what do? They show they show an aircraft in stratosphere. They show meteor burning in mesosphere. They show a satellite in thermosphere. Guys, 6th standard, 7th standard has this. And you know what people will do? They will just read and leave. But UPSC will be, why aircraft will go only in stratosphere? Why it is good for aircrafts to go in stratosphere? Fine. No clouds. Very good. It is not no clouds, less clouds. That is one aspect that we should be clear about. So when you look at diagrams, look at every diagram carefully and question yourself, what is the meaning of this? Fine. So these things should be clear in your mind. One is stories I have to read, diagrams I have to read. I also have to read, do you know? Anywhere if you find, do you know? Mandatorily, you should make a note of it in your class, in your notes. Fine, guys? This is very, very, very important for you. Second, when it comes to books like G.C. Leong, and some people are talking about soft copy of the books. Sir, is soft copy enough? Let me tell you a very simple thing, guys. 99% soft copy is enough. But what has happened in these soft copies, some images are not there. I don't know due to what technical reason they have not included. Like, a very simple thing. There is a diagram in oceanography where they have given about how much of salt water is there, how much of fresh water is there, how much of ice is there. Like this, they have given a diagram in NCERT book. And directly from this diagram, there was a question. Direct question. And this is not there in soft copy. So as of today, if you students do not have access to hard copy, please read soft copy. I don't have an issue. And whatever is not there in the soft copy, I will try to cover them in the class, so that I will tell you this is not there in the soft copy. Please see that. You can take screenshot or you can draw and you can get it done. Is that fine? Then when it comes to G.C. Leong, one of the most important problem we have is before 2011, every year from G.C. Leong, 5 questions used to come. Fine, 5 questions. But now you will get 0 questions from this. Yes, it is for world geography. Nowadays, you are not getting any questions from G.C. Leong. So please don't waste your time in G.C. Leong. But see, there are 13 chapters from where factual questions can be asked in other government exams. If not UPSC, in other government exams, they will ask you. So it is my responsibility to cover it, right? I will cover them. I will show the book. I will tell which factual data is important. We can do that, right? Then guys, any other standard book like Majid Hussain, Savindra Singh and all, up to me, please don't waste your time and money on that. My class notes plus NCERT will be available in NCERT website. Those students who have difficulty in finding it, I will request their team to help the students to find the soft copies of NCERT books. These two plus, right, alternative referrals. Today, fortunately in internet, you will get lot of institutions which has uploaded the material. You can see them. Let us say drainage you want to see, that you can. EPG Pathshala, e-Pathshala app. Don't read any NCERTs. Once I start the class, you can. And guys, once, if I'm seeing many people are telling that they want to take geography as optional, I would suggest you, once GS classes are done, you can start with optionals, so that it would be very easy for you to clear and reduce your time. As of now, please focus mostly on GS. Once geography classes are done, immediately you can start, because 75% syllabus will be done. And okay, guys, some students were asking for splitting the subjects, that is like climatology, what all will be covered. See guys, my class initially, when I begin, that is when I say I'm going to start climatology, I will give you the syllabus. I will tell you what all topics I'm going to cover, and I will also ask you if you need anything more, let me tell, right? I will add those to it. Fine. So you need not worry about it. But one thing, please don't waste your time in many other books, guys. The reason is geography is factual. Many people believe it is factual. So what will happen if you read two books? Concept remains same. What will be added is more facts. One book may have more facts, another book may have less facts. Rather than wasting your time in the facts, solve MCQs, right? Solve MCQs. Multiple choice questions as much as you see, that should be enough. As for optionals, books and all, one meeting we will have, where only with geography optional students we can discuss, so that whatever doubts you have, we can discuss at that time. Let's keep this only for GS. Yeah, this till now, from my experience of 10 to 12 years of teaching, if there are 12 questions from geography, 10 questions will come from what is taught in the class. 2 questions will be from current updates, right? So in my experience, easily you can get 10 to 12 questions from the notes. Trust the material, that would be good enough. Fine. And guys, before I end, I want to tell you one more thing. What do you think is the toughest in the exam? Prelims, mains, or interview? Mains, prelims, handling the negative marks, prelims, interview. Good. Yes, let me tell you, in my observation, prelims is the most toughest part. And whoever clear prelims, mains, I'm telling you, like, 100% we can help you to crack. There is no doubt. But this is the most difficult part. Why? Because for this, smartness is important. Yes, ma'am. Mains is also significantly important. And if you are comfortable with prelims, like, it's really good. I admire you on that, because, like, this requires smartness. Mains require memory. Mains is more about your college days. Memory is very important. In prelims, what is the smartness? What is the meaning of smartness? Yes, I will give you a statement. Guys. Corals are only present in tropical region. Fine. I have not taught you this. I have not taught you this. You have not read. Let us assume. In prelims, with respect to geography, remember, tricks for geography is different from, like, tricks for polity, tricks for economy. And many students think, because UPSC changed options, you might have heard earlier they used to give, like, 1, 2, and 3. Now they are giving 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, like this, correct? They have changed this. Elimination process removed. Very good. But remember, elimination means this has been removed. But even today, only is wrong. I'll tell you why. See, guys, any textbook in the world you take, they will tell coral reefs require temperature greater than 18 degrees Celsius, and temperature greater than 18 degrees Celsius is present only in tropical region. Fine. This is what any textbook will tell you. So coral reefs are mostly present in tropical region. But near New Zealand, near Norway, Sweden, one species of corals are there. So in geography, extreme is not possible. Fine. Extreme is not possible. But polity, let us take politics. No trust motion. Recently, you might have read in newspaper. No trust motion is introduced only in Lok Sabha. Right? Money bill require permission only from Lok Sabha. So what is going to happen? Polity only can be correct. Only can be correct. In geography, only is always wrong. Fine. So approaching geography questions must be different from polity questions. Unfortunately, students don't know this. What students will do? Same method for everything. Oh, someone has told me in YouTube, some topper have told me in YouTube, only is wrong. So I will mark wrong everywhere. You lose marks. This is where I was telling you it's all about smartness. There are several such tricks that are there, which we will be studying along the process. It's a long way to go. We will be associated. I will be available for you. So I'm teaching at, like, the institution for the first time. I'm not aware how exactly the things are in your end, right? There are people from across India. I'm talking slowly for two reasons. One is internet fluctuations will be there in different parts of the country, so that everyone is on the same pace. Second thing, like, my pronunciation, I'm from South. So North Indian pronunciation is different. South Indian pronunciation of English is different. UP, Bihar is different. Like, we are South Indians, our accent will be different. Certain words, right? So you will have some listening problems. So just tell me whenever you are not understanding, I'll write the words so that you are comfortable with it. Fine. So yeah. No, I'm just telling you that these are certain things. Fine. So guys, you can give feedback to the institution as well. Based on that, as these are initial classes, whatever is required from your side, you can tell us. And I'll also talk to the team once and give you contact details of mine, so that if you have doubts, we can talk. I'm sorry, I don't have a smart board. So, like, I hope this was helpful. Okay. So fine. Okay. As many students are asking, I don't have an issue from my end. You can mail me, or you can text me on WhatsApp or Telegram, but just tell your name and which institution you are. I will help you out. Fine. Okay. Any assignment, like, assignment is read newspapers. Fine. Thank you all. Yeah. My notes I'll dictate. I'll give you certain points, so that should be clear for you. Is both languages little difficult? That's why they have divided English medium and Hindi medium. If I start talking Hindi, then it will be a lot of fun for you, because, like, teaching level I can't speak. That's the reason. Yeah, I'll try to provide this. Yeah, you can WhatsApp me. Thank you, guys. Anyone from their team who wants to communicate? Shall I leave?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the session. You can leave for now.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.